I have no sexy segue to segue this, but I was on LinkedIn yesterday. And speaking of Travis Scott, I was on LinkedIn yesterday.
Wow.
And I saw this Tesco ad, bro. And this Tesco ad is going super viral. It's going super crazy. And it's basically, how do I even describe it? It's basically 5 vegetables / fruits, and they called it an ad. Let me show you what I mean.
That's a great way to describe it. It's 5 vegetables, and they called it an ad.
So boom. Oh wait. Oh. So this is what we look like.
Ah. Right. So it's so you can tell it's Tesco because of the and here's the thing, right?
Yeah.
We're not from England. We don't have Tesco in New Zealand. But I knew what Tesco was when I see that little blue dotted line.
Yep. The logo is so famous.
And I'm guessing that the whole thing there is that the vegetables, or the food, I should say, the produce. The produce. God. The produce starts with that first letter of the name that Tesco is supposed to, like TESCO.
Yeah, and so whatever food item they had was the first letter of the actual Tesco branding, which was crazy. I actually wouldn't have made that conclusion had it not been for you. So thank you for making me not come off dumb as fuck. But yeah, no, it's a very bold move because obviously all the brands want to make sure their logo or their branding is all over whatever ads they're putting out, anything that they put out. It's like this running joke where it'd be whatever TikTok, and the fucking person, the client would go oh, can we put our logo in this corner? And it's like, no, bro, that's not how it works. And yeah, it's it's a first, I think, in the marketing industry that it's blown up to this extent. I mean, we're 2 random people in New Zealand talking about it. Yeah. We've got no reason to talk about Tesco.
Yeah, we don't even have Tesco.
No.
Nor have I ever shopped there.
We barely just started getting to Costco, and I'm thank you guys. Tesco up next. But no, I mean, it's garnered a lot of controversy because it's just people are upset because it doesn't conform to the general rules of advertising.
Yeah, true.
And that caused an even bigger, a bigger echo chamber of being oh, then that is kind of smart because now we're all talking about it. So the first it was layers of reactions. The first reaction was the fuck is this ad? And obviously then people were oh, it's Tesco.
Yeah.
I'm oh, it's smart that it's
yeah. It's the layers of realization.
Yeah.
Oh, it's this. Oh.
Yeah.
Oh. Yeah.
Yeah. But the guts they had to do that is massive.
I mean, they are huge. Here's the thing, I mean, in England, I know they're quite iconic. They're known. I swear, if something for us, if the Warehouse did something like that, would know it's the Warehouse. You know, it's kind of the same.
Just red color.
Yeah, exactly. You'd know.
Yeah.
Or those little I don't know what they are, the little
dashes.
White and dashes, whatever they have. Random. Anyway, but if they had that, we know what it is, right? Same with Tesco. I feel with that blue dotted line just being there, it's okay, it's Tesco. What are they doing with this?
Yep.
And then it's still having that brand, and also obviously the produce is on point with their grocery store.
Everything looks really nice.
And it's gorgeous.
Yeah.
Exactly. But it's just plain and simple. It catches your eye because you're why are there 5 different pieces of meat and
random
vegetables
food.
here? Yeah. So it's already there, and then you're going, what is that? Oh, it's Tesco. Yeah. Realizing that it's part of that. It's kind of fun.
Yeah.
It's and like I said, yes, it's risky.
Yeah.
Especially to the old folk. My gosh, but it stands
None of
out.
That woke fucking nonsense. Yeah.
It stands out.
Yeah. I think it stands out because it does so little. I mean,
those ones.
In this day and age, it's all color. It's all in your face. We're used to ads doing the most. We're used to ads shoving it down your face that, oh, this is a blank brand's ad. If you couldn't tell, this is our ad. This is our ad. This is our brand logo, blah, blah, blah. And I think they stood out in a way where okay, we're still making an ad, but it's so minimalistic that it almost plays off the effect of the if you know, you know.
Yeah.
Kind of thing.
If you're part of this community, then you got it.
And that's one of the coolest feelings people could have.
Yeah, I love the sense of belonging.
And the exclusivity.
Oh, absolutely.
Like, I know this ad, you don't.
It's a community-based thing. And so even like with us, it's like, oh, we know what it is.
Yeah.
And then it's kind of that whole thing of, hey, did you see that ad or blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
And it's just that people love that euphoria of being like, oh, I belong somewhere. I know what it is. I'm special, you know?
Wouldn't you like to know?
Wouldn't you like to know?
I think it's, the balls it took to make such an ad is crazy. And I think they only get away with it because they're such a big brand. I think it's only maybe 10 to 15 brands that can do this type of ad and get away with it.
Yeah.
I'm thinking like McDonald's. Nike, Apple, McDonald's, like only the biggest of the biggest, they can never get away with it. And the thing is that
they've done ads like that and it's worked out well.
Yep.
And I think with Tesco, yes, it's a huge brand in England. It's not a huge brand around the world. But to recognise, and this is hard, right? This is hard as a brand because a lot of brands and businesses don't actually know how they fit in the market. And I'm being honest with this. Like, they're like, oh, yeah, we're the best, or, oh, we're not that big, but people do have that brand recognition. I think with Tesco, they recognised, okay, right, are we big enough to even pull off something like this?
Yeah.
And that's why it becomes risky, because it's like, okay, we've got customers here, but, you know, half of our customers are over the age of this age. Will they even be able to understand? Younger people, whether they also understand as well? Like, it's a universal thing that people have to, like, lock into.
Yeah. Yeah, I think the like, I don't know, like, people shouldn't look at this and be like, oh, that's a fun case study we should do. Like, you should only do this if you work for like a legacy brand that's been around for like over 5-6 decades. That's like top 2/3 companies in your industry internationally, I feel like.
Yeah.
Because, like, for one, like, let me ask you this actually. What is this campaign kind of like alienating international customers?
No.
No?
I don't know.
Yeah.
Like, we don't get it. Here's the thing. We only see it because we're on social media and LinkedIn, right? My parents will never see this. I know that.
Same.
My grandparents will never see it either.
Yeah.
Even because it's not going to be on their social media because they're not the target audience. Either way, you know, the ads aren't going to come up on here. They're not going to be really interested in it.
Yeah.
But I would say it's this is probably weird, but grocery is universal. Like, food's universal. Yeah. But seeing an ad like that, yes, I guess it's alienating like international customers or international people in general that aren't in England. But there's still that sense of like, you understand. Yeah. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
But then again, you have to know the brand, otherwise you're not going to get it. And if you don't get it and you want to see the ad, then you're going, oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
So there's kind of like that weird... Yeah, I get it.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, cool. Yeah. I don't know. Do you think it is?
No. I think with the power of social media, it's not alienating. If anything, now I'm like more... Like, I have not thought about Tesco all this year. And now I have.